Righto. Okay, let's blow this puppy up. Hello, everybody. Hello, hello, hello. I hope you're well. Just checking the sound's working because this is the last scan that I'll be doing where where I won't be able to see your messages. Okay, I'm still up here in Noosa and I go back tomorrow. So today has been hectic. Running around, picking up crab pots, cleaning boats, all that sort of thing. Working out how I'm going to get all this fish back. But it's been good. And don't forget this is brought to you by FTX. The thing is, if you haven't got an account with FTX already, in the description below you'll be able to see that there's a link there. You'll get 10% off your trading fee, so go get stuck in there. And there's also videos on how to go long and how to go short and how to manage your risk. So it's very worthwhile doing. Okay, let us have a little scope at what's going on here. Okie dokie. Right, so obviously we've had a decent pullback. Yesterday at one stage it was quite hefty indeed. Let's just have a look at Bitcoin's retracement from the open. At one stage it was down a whole whopper 20%. Now let's not forget about a couple of things. It's really the first pullback. This one was just a single day. This has been a multi-day pullback for Bitcoin. All right, so it's got a different flavor to it. It looks more real. If I look at the week, not meant to be the 4 day. If I look at the weekly, it hasn't gone into the weekly zone yet. If I look at the daily, of course, it has made it in quite well. Now, when you look at back here, remember back here, all the way back at 10,000. Look at the difference. Look at how different that chart now looks. And realistically, let's have a look at what has been the duration of our run of late. Now, I'm going to go and use this chart here just because there's more data for us. And I want to just do a little bit of reading into this because the period of time that was really sort of rocket ships for Bitcoin, how long was that? 22 weeks, that is. It was actually, I should probably go back a bit further to be fair because that doesn't really capture the earlier stage of the year. Actually, let me just get rid of that 1 second. Delete that. Yep, goodbye. Bring it over here. What I'm trying to do is I'm just trying to look at the length. I mean, look, we call it, that was strong through here, right? That's all very strong. So let's say we call it the bull market of 2017 pretty much being a whole year, all right? Let's say because we went from back in January when we were at, 1,000 and we finished the year at 20,000. That took a whole year for that to occur. Now, I'm just trying to draw some similarities to the trend because we really, if we were to look at the same sort of thing, we'd probably say that this was the beginning of our bull run. And that was that weekly cradle candle back there. If you don't remember it, there it is. There it is right there. So that was the beginning. And we haven't really had a proper pullback just yet. We did see several pullbacks in 2017. So it seems to be at the moment, whenever Bitcoin falls a bit, we do see it get snapped back up quite quickly. I got orders filled at 33. I was pretty happy with that. Got some more. And, of course, hoping that we continue to see this trend kick on. And it does look as though it looks likely to continue for the foreseeable future. The alt markets have really sort of had a good kickoff here as well. And what I want to do now is I want to go back to here and drop to the lower time frame. See if we've got a level here forming. That's the most important thing right here. When it comes to coming back into Bitcoin, as from a trading perspective, with margin that is, as soon as I get these lower time frames starting to trend, that's when I'll start to be snapping. That's when I'll start to be looking for trades, taking trades, being involved. That's what's going to happen. So naturally, what I'm going to be doing is working these lower time frames. Of course, there is a high, a low high. I want to see it push up through this sort of 30. What's the high there? 35,739. We get up through there. We start to get the moving averages in the right order, and we can start to then get some better cyclicity, and therefore I can start to look for opportunities and get back in on the big dog Bitcoin. So there's nothing on Bitcoin for me right at this moment in time. It is looking good again, but it's got more work to do for me. So let's go ahead and have a look. And of course, the rest of the alt market in the top 10, the rest of the top 10, is currently up and Bitcoin's still down. So let's go and have a look at what they look like and see if there's any higher lows coming in there. Ethereum pulling back into 1,000. I'm a bit of a twit. I really should have had my orders in. I've been wanting to buy some more Ethereum, but I didn't. I went crabbing and fishing instead. These things happen. I'm not too concerned about it. I got a donkey jack off the jetty last night, 52 centimeters, so I was pretty stoked about that. Plenty more money to be made. So I'm just going to see lower time frames here. Do I have any? Ooh, all right. Lower only, really. 15-minute. Look, cradles on that. It's still not really ready for me just yet. I'm just going to focus on markets that are trending really strong, that are already sort of giving us options. Also keep an open mind about the potential for a short trade here and there also. Cardano, I'm happy to leave that for the time being, although it has had a good recovery today. Algorand, let's have a look back into here. The 2-day might look a little... It's a shame because it was back into an old level, right, that 37 cent mark. Not much I can really do with that at the moment, I'm afraid, unless it's a flat level. All right, moving on. Alt Perp pulled back into the cradle. Beautiful, right in the moneymaker. Again, jump to the 15. How's the cyclicity? How's the serenity? It started. It needs to do more for me. I'm not quite there yet. And when I say more, I mean all it's got to do is have another pullback and kick on. And at that point, there's a lot more opportunity that will present itself based on a nice, clean, cyclical trend. Cosmos daily, it's just still too messy for me. I'll just leave that right behind. Bitcoin Cash. Certainly had a doozy of a run up and a doozy of a fall. Is there anything to work with down here on the one? Ooh, hang on. What do we got here? Oh, dang it. I was hoping that they were the same level, so we might have a flat level starting to form. Again, not quite ready. When I trade those lower time frames like the 15 and whatnot, I do like to trade the more liquid pairs. Of course, that top 10 is fairly liquid. It's very liquid. But there's also pairs in here that I will trade on those lower time frames. It does come down to the chart structure. Binance has pulled back deep, too deep. There's no 4-hour downtrend there either, so it's not really a market I'll be looking for a short on just yet. BSV up to 320 or so, to 325, straight back down to 191. I'm not interested there in the slightest. Bitmax. No, not really too keen on that. It's a little bit thin, I found. A little bit thin in the market book. And so if you're trading small positions, that's okay. But if you start to trade larger positions, it's very difficult to get a fill, and you might actually get some slippage. Now, as more and more people trade that particular contract, of course, the volumes will increase. And that's what we're seeing throughout this bull market that we're having, this really strong run, is we're seeing that some of the pairs that might not have been all that good liquidity-wise have stepped up. And now they're great. Doge, no, I'm not too keen on shorting that at the moment either. Nothing there as a setup, as far as a setup goes. Dragon's pushing on. I'll have a quick look at the 1 hour. No, again, waiting for that cyclicity. Look, the big falls that we've had have really opened up the higher time frames, and there has been a couple of opportunities that have already happened throughout today. But it's thrown out the charts quite a bit because of how steep it's been and how quickly the rejection has been as well. Time will tell how we close the week out. For me, it's what do we do next? Are we going to pull back further? If that's the case, hey, I'm cool with that. Or are we going to say that was enough, let's keep going? And equally, I'm cool with that. I'm not cool with EOS. Ooh, a bit messy there now after that big sell-off. Not too keen on that. No trend really there at the moment. Exchange perp. Again, this is the issue that I've been talking about just now. Is if I had that right there, I'd be going, you little ripper. That's what I'm after. Something like it was back here, little bullish candle in the cradle. But with it all the way down here, I don't like that. That's the higher low. It just kind of makes it a little bit less inviting. Actually, let me just go back to that quickly. Actually, no, what am I doing? There's no real trend there on that 4 hour. How good's that level? Is there a level? Now, if you are tapping away, no, that's not good enough. If you are tapping away, commenting and whatnot, please understand that I'm not running two screens up here. I was going to buy one while I was up here, but you know what I did? I took a break. Still taking a break. Kind of. Nothing there on link. So yeah, it'll be next Tuesday. I'm back. I fly back tomorrow to Sydney, and I'll have my screens, and it'll all be back to normal once again. Litecoin deep pullback there. Let's have a look at that in the one. See if there's anything there. Yes, I know. For those of you who say, why do you say one, as in WON? I think that's because that was my time in the UK. One. I don't know why people say that I say it wrong, but you know, you'll deal with it. Litecoin, not much to really work with there. A little bit of selling coming in right here. We'll have to wait and see. I want to see some good recoveries or good little bearish candles. Matic, ooh, let's have a sticky beak at this. I think it's still a bit too much of a spike. Indeed, it is. Nothing I can work with there. I'll jump straight to the 15. Again, not too much of interest, realistically. Again, you know, give that an hour, that could all change. Mid-perp, the same, not much happening there. OKB continues to grind lower. Will this potentially be a short? Let's start at the 12. We definitely have lower highs and lower lows. There is no doubt about that. Where are we right now? 6 buckaroos. Anything through here? All right, a couple of tests through there. So let's mark in that support or old resistance. All right, it's definitely there. Let's see how significant that actually is. We'll go to the 8 now. It's not pulled back in far enough. A hummity hum. Look, the issue I've got here is that, look, if I'm on the 8, it's clear. That's a lower high, that's a low, that's a lower high, that's a low. And you can see they're the swings, right? They're the swing points. If you look at the 4 hour, however, it's a little bit messier, you know. You got this little pullback up, no. It's not as clean, it's not as clear. It's not as, what was that thing called? Clearasil? I remember when I was a teenager. Clean and clear. It's what you want your skin to be. And every time I say clean and clear, I think of that ad. I guess that's what marketing's all about. They got me. It's not clean and clear. It's not what I want my skin to be. And I'm going to leave it. Shitcoin. Righty-o. Very strong recovery there on the old shitty bond flipper. Check it out. We go from the low down here at 1386-ish to where we are today. 25% we shall call that. It's a damn big move. I just forgot I've got my rods out. Hope they're not getting jack smashed. Okay, so this is looking a little bit better here on the old shitty. Look, I kind of like the cyclicity here. You know, I don't mind that, and I'm going to pop it in the yellow. It's got the higher low 1, higher low 2. It's starting to get convergent. It's starting to look okay. Look, it's got more work to do, but it is starting to provide. It's moved a little bit further than many of the others have. The 1 hour is also moving averages in the correct order. The 15 is a bit of cyclicity. I will keep an eye on that. Let's keep going. Go on, Tomo. Tomo, I think I was close to you yesterday, wasn't I? Yeah, the candle just got a bit, hey, how you doing? Just a bit big, a bit waffly, a bit chunky, choppy. And it still remains that resistance is there and it needs to be broken. Let me just quickly do this and flap on in a, what am I calling this? Reminder point. What do I call it? The bloody... Well, even if you're typing it, I can't see it. A reference point. I knew it started with an R. Now, if something was to build into that resistance, look, it's got a lot of work to do. If you know what the Bitcoin breakout trade is, then stick to that, because that's an opportunity potentially starting to set up. It's got work to do. But, actually, I'm going to... 1 second, hang on. Oh, look, I'm going to keep an eye on that only for the 15-minute. That's the only time frame that's of interest at this stage. If it breaks above it, it starts to pull back. Hey, that could change. It could go I could look at other. I could be persuaded for other things. With Tron being inside of that range, I'm straight up no. With XRP being relatively questionable at the moment, around that SEC type stuff. And look, it might have become clear, but I've got to be honest, I haven't been reading anything to do with crypto. I've really taken a break. Clear the old soul. Proof perp. See, look at this. Chop, 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 chop. Angry looking volatility. Don't like this, do like this. Angry volatility is hard to trade. Look at that. I mean, wow. That is just bonkers. What's the range we're looking at there? You know, we're talking from down here to somewhere up here. We're talking about 20% range, which is just all over the show. And not really tradable either. Not the way I trade anyway. So yeah, that's a straight pass. Just don't let curiosity kill the cat. Trend's really good. Daily trend's really good, that is. Oh, bloomin' banger. See this 50% right here? I've got a fib on the old support level too. It's not an exact support level, but it's roughly in that region. I'm going to get rid of that now. I was sort of hopeful that I get if the market is to fall, I'd get a little short here off of this region, because we can clearly see it is in a downtrend. Whether you look at the 4, the 8, the 12, they're all lower highs, lower lows. Now, don't forget what I'm doing here. I'm looking at a chart. I am not talking about a close friend. If it's something for me, you know, if I can make money selling this thing, if it falls, I'll do that. I'm not of the belief system that everything will always go up. I'm of the system of understanding how a market works. And it's just gone too deep now. Let's go lower and see if there's anything here, because I know that I'm pretty sure the trend's pretty good in the daily, right? It's been kicking. Oh, it's been pretty slow, eh? Yeah, deep pullback after a really good run. What a whack that is. Look, I don't think there is enough for me right here. Now, it's starting to roll a little bit. That being said, that level, let's consider this. Higher low, higher high, little pullback there. If a pullback into 182, now don't forget what that level is, right? That's the level that I had drawn in for the 4 hour, right? It's not bang, spot the dog, perfection, that level. And the real issue, well, yeah, here comes the real issue. If I'm to trade this as a cradle strategy, if I was to look for a cradle trade on that 30 minute, I'm looking for it to pull back into 182. Now, part of the cradle trade is that you need to have at least 2 time frames in agreement. The 30 minute, well, yeah, there's an uptrend on the 30 minute, but what about the 1 hour? It's just gone straight up. So because it's just gone straight up, it doesn't offer me the potential for a cradle. The 15, it's had this pullback here. I don't like the way it's only just pushed higher by a beeswinkle. I'm going to leave it. DeFi, too messy for me at the moment on that 4 for sure. On that 1, perhaps we see something happening. Needs to stretch its legs a little bit more, much the same as many in the market at the moment. It needs to stretch out a bit more. Show us that this is not just a dead cat bounce. You know, show us that there's real conviction behind the buying that's going on at the moment. And that's why my focus has been on the strongest trend, and it nearly always is. The reason it's been on the strongest trends is because they're more than likely to continue if they haven't been too affected by the sell-off. Now, if we look at this on compound, we do have, it's ugly, but there is momentum. There has been momentum to the upside, apart from that one big pew back down. We've recovered extraordinarily well. So, we find ourselves down here at the 30 minute, which does have a slight higher low here, a couple of little micro higher lows, and a bit of a trend kicking on. Let's have a look at that 1 hour and see if we've got an uptrend there. It's not as great. That's a pretty solid run, though. How far has that travelled today from that last pullback? Geez Louise, 11%. Any levels of significance around here? No, I looked. It's trending really well. I'm going to pop that in because it is a strong, one of the stronger looking trends. The 4 hours CAC, it just looks terrible. Really bad. The daily, it's been messy, but the momentum is there. It has been strong. So it is one of the stronger movers at the moment that I'm seeing. Kyber is no good for me. Ooh. Could be a sneaky little short, but it would be... Oh, I'm not buying it, eh? I'm not... Lower, high, low, lower, high, low. Yeah, cool. We got that. Any level there. Nothing real juicy. And the problem is, watch when we go to the 4. Again, there goes the trend. There is no trend. So, yeah, moving on. Good old gold. 20% down or 20% plus from its highs to its low in this most recent move. Just when they thought it was going to kick off, eh? Must be tough being a gold bug. Much prefer being a Bitcoin person. Lower, high, low, too deep of a pullback. That does not interest me on your on VChain. You're so VChain. Okay, Polkadot. There's a lower high, there's a low. It's gotten messy in here. Ain't no doubt about it. Is that going to be good enough for me? Probably not. I mean, look, if you really wanted to sink your teeth into a short, it's not looking too bad. Still a long way to go, though. A bit deadly down there. Nothing really that stretches out and says, hey, mate. And that's what I wanted to do. Ooh, Solana. Ah, yes, this was one of my ones from this morning. I think it was a 12. It might have been a 16. Either one. It's a big candle. Don't get me wrong. It's a big candle. But it's not big compared to the most recent volatility. So that's a trade that was put up this morning. It is moving. Let's have a look at the lowers and see if there might be options there. It's just in a straight line. There's no... Wow, look at that puppy dog sing. If I got a pullback on that 15, it probably wouldn't be too... We do have the higher low. Yeah, look, I'll keep an eye on it. I shall keep an eye on it. So a bit of a booster / cradle trade that came on there. There's another one as well. AVAX, I think it's called. Meta at a bar. No, nothing there. Balancer. Meta at a bar. That's not looking too bad down here. Oh, it's got a little bit more legwork to do, really, though. I'd prefer the half hour, push on, pull back. It's not, man, it's so close. What I'm going to be doing this afternoon is not trading. I've got a mangrove jack to gut. I've got to go get some oysters and prawns, and I've got to go and clean all my crabs, and I'm putting on a big seafood spread as my last supper for friends and family. So I'm going to be a busy boy doing that. But I'll tell you what my plan would be if I wasn't doing that. It'd be to keep an eye on the top 10. And oh, hang on, what have we got here? Because what's going to happen, what you'll see in the top 10 is you'll probably see it repeated through the rest of the market. But I do like what I'm seeing here. Come on, flat level. Come on, little breakout. Gimme. Not there yet. I'm watching that though for Schnitzel. Von Krum has a very low time. I want to see it hit, test one more time, or preferably test, pull back, high or low, retest. Why? Gets MACD moving in the right direction, tightens up my stop loss, gives it that momentum, gives me that level. There's a lot of reasons why. That's a Bitcoin breakout. If you don't know it, that's not on me, that's on you. Nice trend, nice move. It's strong. Alright. That's a big bounce back, almost tag the dog on 1400. Recovery of almost 40%. DMG on the move is no good. Z little winkle. Z, Z, Z. The candle was too big for me. I left it this morning and I'm leaving it again now. There's not enough real momentum at the minute to get too excited about. Excuse me. Unique New York. Okay, what have we got here? The 4, yeah. The 2. Back in. Right. Is the 4 in a downtrend, Craig? Come on. Not overly, no. No, there's not much I can do on that, I'm afraid. Nothing much that I can do. AVAX. Now here was a good little sausage. So again, a straight cradle. I haven't actually checked the account, but it looks like it should be about 1-to-1. Yeah, simple play. Bigger candle, but so are these. That's why I don't do candles based on percentage. I do it based on a visual representation of prior volatility, which is this, right? It's already, happened. Let's look lower to see if there's anything else available. Straight up in the air, very similar to the other. I can't remember what the other one was now. Solana. Oh, look, I'll probably leave Avalanche here on the lowers. I'm happy with the higher time frame that I've got there. Thyle is a no. Just sideways slop, no interest there. The Pink Bird, the same thing, very sideways, not much to sink my teeth into. Oh my goodness. Again, I'm stuck in the middle of uncertain town. We got 2 hour, yeah, there's a trend on the 2 hour. Yeah, it's a downtrend. Yeah, but the 4 hour, nah, mate. A high to a low, and for me, yeah, that's a no. That's a no good. Yen. Oh. Shiver me Timbuktus. Look at that little level that eluded me. What was that? Oh, okay, yeah, when I was doing cleaning of the boats. Something in and around, it's not you're probably looking at there, and that's being your entry as a bee's dick, right? Or you've got 1, 2, actually no, because you've got 1, 2, 3 ahead of the bee's dick. A beautiful break. I mean, it's hard to see if it would be convergent or not, but anyway, it's happened. If you're either in it now or you're doing what I'm doing, you're looking. Waves too sloppy. Ave too sloppy. Neo. Again, it's a bit sloppy jalopy. Look at it for a while. Woo. All over the show. It's not. That's not what I want. Nah, look at that. Crazy town. No. Good night, Neo. Sushi. In the right spot in the daily. 15's on a cracker of a move. This is a 30 again. They're both convergent. Look, I'll pop it in, keep an eye on it. There's definitely momentum behind it, and that's cool. I like that. Helium is a little bit too all over the shop. It has been for a long time. Uniswap. I can leave that. It is a little bit wild at the moment as well. Synthetics. Let's go straight to the 15 on synthetics. One hour punching on. Oh. The 15 kind of drags me in a little bit and says, oh, come over here. I'll show you something cool. But then the 30, I guess there's a pullback. The 30 is kind of like your big brother going, I wouldn't go there. I wouldn't go there if I were you. But it's when you see your dad on the 1 hour and he goes, no way, son. Just get back in the car. Because it's still, realistically, it's still it's still undecided, right? We just if we're going to go to the 15, we're trading immediate momentum, immediate move right now. And don't forget, with the lower time frames means that, if you do get a little 15-minute cradle, your position size will be big, which does mean that the dollar side of the trade will be far more significant if it is to move in your direction. But it also means that it can go the other way and you might pick up some slippage. So it's not a bad idea sometimes just to reduce the risk on those trades. I am going to pop it in. I don't think it looks that bad to not be allowed in my very exclusive watch list. What have you done, Stella, you cheeky little devil? Bloody nice. Okay. Dad doesn't want me in this one. Look, it's straight up. What levels have we got around here? Oh, look, there's something holding me back, and usually if I spend too long on something, it's usually convinced myself not to touch it, and we're back at the top. Well, hello. All right, let's have a look at this list and see what on earth we have. Shit perp. Now, I might have to erase some of these because the other trends might be better. The momentum is there. Now, I'll keep that in a little bullish candle, a little cradle in there. Could be something worthwhile, whether it's this particular pullback or another one. The trend's there. The momentum is there. Thomas the Tank Engine. Look, no, that's just not. They're not even the same level. What am I doing? I'm kidding myself there. Comp, hey, listen, great trend. Pull back, you beauty. Keep an eye on that. Solana, also the same. If you didn't happen to get today's 16, whatever it was, then the lowers are a worthy thing to continue to consider and to watch. When we come in here, Maker, the levels. Well, I needed it to become a level. That's going to go out to Sushi. Beautiful looking little trend, pullbacks of cradles, that sort of thing, and synthetics. Quite a nice looking little bit of cyclicity going on there. Again, just to recap what I said I would be, focusing on a little bit. We still have a wildly volatile market. We've bounced back up. Let's have a look at where we are when we look at the big picture. We're straight back into the cradle zone. Could Bitcoin fall from here? Absolutely. This is an equilibrium point. Let's not forget that. For me, it's an equilibrium point, a point at which I look to buy on the way up and a point at which I look to be shorting from on the way down. It's going to be really interesting to see how we go here. I'd love to see, this would be the perfect case scenario for me, would be to see it come off a little bit more, hit, say, 32 or whatever. The number doesn't really matter. And then to see the reversal and break this high. Therefore, sorry, just knocked over my microphone. Sorry if you're wearing earphones. That might have just broken your whole brain. My apologies. Yeah, so right now, if it was to do that and then come up, it would just set. Oh, I've done it again. Stop using hand gestures, Craig. They can't see you anyway. Sorry, I'm speaking with my hands. Why am I doing this? If it were to come off and then push back up through here, that would give me that mid time frame, that 4-hour time frame, which really would help to trade those lower time frames as well, because we'd have that confirmed direction. That would be for the upside. The same could be said if we do start to come off hard again. If we did break down here, well, a lot of those trends are then going to be reversed and we'll have downtrends on those mids. At the moment, it's about sticking to the strongest trends, because the strongest trends are where the opportunities are more likely to show and where they're going to be much more clear. So guys, you have a fantastic day. I hope this has been beneficial. Don't forget to go across to tradercobb.com. If you want to see more of this sort of stuff, I do this 5 days a week with members. I've also got the trading courses with the 3 checklist-based strategies. If you're interested in that, go get stuck in. A free course there as well to get you going to see if it's something that you might like or not. So, if you haven't got your FTX account, please use the links below, 10% off, and you can see how to go long, short, and manage your risk. Have a cracking day, guys. I'm going to go back to cleaning things up. Then I'm going to have a massive seafood bonanza. I'm back tomorrow. Oh, no, I'm looking forward to it. Take it easy, guys. Bye for now.